Hello Libra, welcome to your weekly reading for March 20th to the 26th. This is for Libra, Sun, and Rising, and if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading. Libra, I do this because I love you. I love my Libras. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it's been used for thousands of years. It's had major influence on divination, including tarot, and every tarot card is assigned an astrological element or a ruling planet. We go really, really deep when the two are combined. So Libra, this week, it is a big week. And you're probably already feeling it. I'm not going to lie. A lot of it's going to have to do with partnerships, okay? You're probably feeling a lot of that, all right? Whether love, romance, or career. There's a lot of activity. And the reason why, Libra, is because this week, let me just tell you how significant this week is. Not only are we moving into Aries season, the sun in Aries, we have a new moon in Aries, okay? Not only do we have a new moon in Aries, Mercury's in Aries. Not only is Mercury in Aries, Jupiter is in Aries. So we have a bundle of planets in Aries, which is your 7th house of partnerships. This is huge. If you saw my monthly forecast, you know I said it was a big thing. You know, even the past few months, it's just, you know, Jupiter and Aries. Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, prosperity, profit, expansion in your 7th house of partnerships, okay? So they're with this new moon. I always say, think of Clark Kent turning into Superman. That's how powerful a new moon is, okay? And so it brings in those new beginnings, new opportunities, new paths, new journeys, even elevation, ascension, okay? So that's really big. I want you to know that this is going to be a pretty game-changing week. Secondly, for you, specifically for you, Libra, you know, if you saw my monthly, I talked about Pluto going into Aquarius. This is a big deal. If you're into astrology, you know every single astrologer on this planet, maybe other parallel universes, have talked about this aspect for almost a year now. This is a big once in a lifetime, as in we are experiencing this aspect, and we're lucky to, okay, because Pluto in Aquarius, the last time it happened was 250 years ago. Okay, so think about what happened 250 years ago. It was the French Revolution. It was the Industrial Revolution. It was the signing of the Declaration of Independence. I mean, we're talking about major, major, major change, because Aquarius is a sign of the humanitarian, but it is, you know, the revolutionary, right? The very, you know, Aquarius has that rebellious side to it, but also, you know, Pluto's a very transformative planet. It is a dwarf planet, but it packs a huge punch, even more so than some of the other planets. But it takes about 250 plus years to make a full circle around this zodiac wheel. And so when you look at astrology, you look at the patterns, right? So think about what happened 250 years before that, all right? That's when the mid-1500s, when Copernicus, he's the one who said, hey, y'all, I do not believe that everything revolves around us. I do not believe that. I do not believe we're the center of, you know, the solar system. So he really changed and shaped the way that we saw everything in space, right? He had major influence on Galileo, on all the astrologers, astronomers back in that time. During that time, also, I'm not sure if you know of Andreas, I can't ever say his name. I'm going to pull it up here. Vesalius, all right. He, the founder of modern human anatomy, right? He wrote that huge book. And so he really, that was the scientific revolution. So you see these patterns. Pluto in Aquarius is this revolutionary just era that we go through, right? And so Aquarius rules science and space and technology. So we're entering this era of where we're going to see major changes in technology, okay, on a global scale. Like, and we're in that space now. Things are just, come on, like AI and all that stuff. It's crazy. Pluto in Aquarius, this is in your 5th house. I talked about this. So for you particularly, what does this mean for you, Libra? It means for the next 20 years, you're going to see a lot of transformation and in the way that you seek pleasure, because the 5th house is all about pleasure. All right, it's all about pleasure. A lot of y'all are going to have kids too. The 5th house rules procreation. A lot of y'all are going to likely become famous. Okay. Well, the really only reason I say that is because it is the house. It's self-expression. It's creativity. Okay. And when you have Pluto really pushing all that, talk about the transformation in that area. And I've always talked about some of the famous Libras and how there are more Libra billionaires in the world than everyone else. So when I even say famous, it's just even within your industry, even just being recognized, that just for your creativity and expressing who you are. I really love that for you, Libra. This is a big thing. So Pluto in Aquarius is going to be, it's happening this week up until June. And so you're going to get a little preview of what's to come, all right? Because what happens is Pluto goes back into Capricorn, but then goes into Aquarius January 2024 for 20 years until 2044. Can you even imagine, Libra, what life is going to be like in 2044? The technology that's going to come out. I mean, it's pretty crazy, but I do love that Pluto in Aquarius is in your 5th house. That's crazy. That's amazing. I mean, the house of pleasure, right? It's going to be, you're going through a transformative time. And then this week, particularly with all that partnership activity, I would not be surprised to see a lot of that come up in your reading, especially with all those planets in the sign of Aries that rules your house of partnerships. Again, that is for love and career. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, Libra. Let's see what's going on for you for the week of March 20th to the 26th. Again, this is for Libra, Sun, and Rising. Now, like I said earlier, by the way, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It is what my clients prefer. If you want to book a private reading with me, you know where to find me. Secondly, I do this spread because it gives the best overview, and it really, if we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers, but it really is my favorite spread, and it really is one that resonates the most with not only me, but, people that I read for. So here we go. Look at your spread. Here we go. This is Libra, big. This is really big. This is a powerful week for you. Okay, so you do see that you did get 4 swords, okay, and then 2 wands, all right? So we're going to talk about that, all right? Let's go ahead and get started. You got the 7 of swords, all right? So one thing that I want you to know is that this came up in your past. So there could be a sense of some Libras where there is a moment where maybe someone was doing something a little underhanded, okay? There could have been, you could have found out someone was, maybe a partner was cheating on you, someone was stealing from you, someone was doing something like really, really just underhanded, okay? Especially if you own a business or if you're an entrepreneur, it could have been you found out that, someone was maybe doing something behind the scenes, maybe stealing money, or maybe even, a message that's coming up that I'm trying to figure out how to say it in a way. Okay, so here's an analogy. Let's say that you're hired someone for your company, and then 2 weeks into them working for you, you realize they lied about their resume. They really beefed it up, and they didn't actually have that experience. Okay, so there's something that could have happened for some Libras, whether it's work related, whether it's home related, whether it's some, maybe a family member was holding something back from you. There could have been something that was just underhanded, something that wasn't very, that wasn't very cool, but also they could have been you, all right, Libra, because look at your look at your spread. It could also have been you. There could have been something that you were trying to get away with, all right, something that you may have been doing a little, just, maybe taking shortcuts, or maybe doing something that you knew probably wasn't right. What resonates with you, okay? Whatever resonates with you, take what resonates from you. This is in your past, though. So the bigger thing is that you got the Ace of Swords. in the heart of your spread. So whether it happened to you or you were the person that, I call this the lying, cheating, stealing card, all right? Whether it happened to you or you were the person, you have the Ace of Swords in the heart of your spread, which is kind of like the headline news of the week, and it's that breakthrough moment, okay? That clarity around this and actually having the power to do something about it, okay? And so if it was you doing something that was underhanded, it's like maybe you have this moment this week that's like, maybe I shouldn't be taking too many cookies from the cookie jar, right? Or it could be, if it was someone that was not doing something, that was doing something underhanded with you, time to confront them, okay? Because you have that power this week, all right? Ace of Swords. I mean, this is the biggest sword, okay? With great power comes great responsibility, right? So put that effort, put that action, put that power, all right, into this sword, all right? You see the crown and the wreath on the top of this sword, a lot of victory and success. These swords are the mental suit, by the way, FYI. So decisions too, all right? Having to make those decisions. This is all about communication as well, but a lot up here, just having that breakthrough, that mental breakthrough, really knowing what you need to do, all right, in this situation. And it's a very powerful, you have a very powerful, a lot going on up here, all right? You did get the Two of Wands in your challenge areas. So what does this mean for you particularly, Libra? This is the challenge. It's called the challenge area. It's really more like the breakthrough area. It's like some of y'all are having problems making this decision or making this confrontation or really pulling someone aside, or even facing your own truth. Okay, so take that moment to really, again, I want you to feel empowered. I don't want you to feel powerless. I want you to feel liberated. I don't want you to feel limited. I want you to choose love. I don't want you to choose fear or anxiety or doubt. And I want you to move forward. I want you to use that sword, okay? Use that sword to make the decisions you need to make. Use that sword to empower yourself. The Two of Wands, he's standing at the highest point in the castle here, all right? You see he has 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So he has also the world in his hand, right? So he has a good perspective. He has a good view, okay? Really good vision. But it's come up in your challenge area. And so there is a sense of you where it's like, well, two things are actually. What the first message that's coming through is that some of the things may just not be, it's again, something's holding you back, okay? There's that disconnect between the Two Wands and the Ace of Swords, and the disconnect is that something's holding you back from making this powerful decision that you have to make. So remember, this is something that's going to move you forward when you can get past that, especially with this. It looks like for some Libras it's already happened and you've already had that breakthrough, so that's really good, okay? Because then now you can move forward from any of these situations that you may feel that you're caught in, right? Regarding again, a lot of partnership energy, okay? So it could be a boss, it could be a colleague, it could be, your actual, partner that, love-wise. So keep that in mind for this week coming up. But the second message that was coming through is that there could be someone that's actually in the way of you, and again, this has everything to do with the Seven of Swords, all right? So there could be someone that's kind of like, it's more like just not seeing eye to eye with someone, all right? Not seeing eye to eye with someone, all right? And so, but again, just use this moment to feel empowered. Use this moment to push forward, and use this moment to put yourself, get past through the Seven of Swords. Use this Ace of Swords, all right? It will bring that, it is a mental breakthrough, but that fresh clarity, that you need, right? We want to get out of it. You also got the Queen of Swords, all right? So you got the Queen of Swords in your crown. So the Queen of Swords is very much like the Justice card, okay? She is, not as powerful, but, the Queen of Swords, I always say, she leads with her head, not her heart. You don't see any water in this card. You don't see any cups. In fact, you didn't get any cups in your spread. So it's more like you're all up here, right? And the cups are, emotions. You didn't get any pentacles either. So I want you to feel a little bit grounded. Remember, swords, the mental suit, the air suit. So a lot of this with your 4 swords, a lot's going to be up here this week, okay? And so this is someone who has that clarity, has her head above the clouds, is ready to make those decisions, has no fear with making those decisions, left emotions at the door. She's like, okay, this is what I got to do, right? Now, one thing that I want you to do is these swords, I want you really think of these swords as cutting those things from your life that you don't need moving forward, okay? Use that sword, again, use it to empower yourself. Cut the things that you don't need from your life, the things that are making you feel like you're in this tar pit, quicksand energy, if you feel that this week, okay? Again, remember, a lot of y'all already have moved past this, and that's really good for you, but there's still maybe a little bit of an obstacle. There could be something in the way, and then for a lot of y'all, it could just be like, yo, you're confused, okay? This is a week where you may be confused about which direction do I go, which is the path. Now, Page of Wands in the root of your spread. This is really great, okay? Pages are earthbound, right? And then the wands are fire. And I love that the Page of Wands came up in your root, in the root of your spread. The Page of Wands really is, you got 2 pages here, by the way, so this is really significant, and we'll talk about that. But the Page of Wands, big dreamer, okay? All he wants is to, you see that he's holding the wand here, and the wand is our passions, right? Creativity, okay? And it's also enterprise related, work related, job related, career related. So look how compelled he is. And Page, they're newbies in the royal court. All they want is to just really take this wand, and he wants to eventually become the King of Wands. He can turn this desert landscape into this lush verdant garden of his passions, right? This is why he's in a desert landscape, okay? He has that much power, sure. A lot of, pages, they are young, right? They're the young ones in the royal court, but they're still in the royal court. They have a lot of power. They have a lot of power to bring things to fruition, to really, like, the things that you want to manifest, okay? And it looks like you are looking for something new because it's come up in the root of your spread, okay? And so there is something that you knew that you want to bring into your life. For some of y'all, there has been something new, okay? And that's really great. With the Ace of Swords, after having that breakthrough, that mental breakthrough, with decisions, with maybe having that moment where you had to communicate with someone, all right? Have an important conversation. Page of Wands in the root of your spread, all right? Now you've allowed this newness to come through. Now look, you have the Page of Swords in your future, all right? So it's almost like this is the week where there is something that you're going to have to confront. There's going to be something that you're going to have to, up here, just get past, okay? And that's going to make all the difference, all right? Again, use that sword to empower yourself. Now, the Page of Swords, remember, they're the newbies, right? The pages also represent the messengers. And the fact that this is a sword suit, which is, again, mental, and then all about communication, you will be getting a message this week, all right? So that's great. After you have this breakthrough, you clear all that energy for this newness to come through, okay? So there is a message coming through for you. For some of y'all, it'll be in your physical world. It'll be an email. It could be about a job offer. It could be about a new passion. It could be about, what resonates with you. Remember, there's a lot of partnership activity this week for y'all. But the second thing is, it really could also be just spirit guides, okay? And it could be just you having a moment of clarity of your own, all right? You having a moment of clarity. One thing that I do want to bring up is that a few weeks ago, we had the full moon in Virgo, right? And I don't know if you saw that during that weekly reading, that was in your 12th house, okay? That full moon in Virgo was really powerful, and it has power for several weeks, okay? You could get a message through, like, your dreams too, okay? You could get a message through, because the 12th house rules the subconscious, right? So you could have, that's why the spirit guides is really strong. It could be your own intuition. It could just be you having this moment when you're on the street, walking your dog, eating an ice cream, and you're just like, boom, you have this moment of clarity. You're like, I know what I need to do. I know what I want. I know what I'm going for. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is, but know that some message will be coming through this week, and it looks like you want it. It looks like you want it. The Page of Swords is very spongy, right? He wants to learn. He wants to, he's a lot of enthusiasm, almost like too much enthusiasm. He's just ready. All right. So Libra, let's get to your stuff. Libra, if you like this reading, it would be so great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know How you're doing? And if you're not a commenter, I love emojis. Hey, they bring a smile to my face. If you're a subscriber, uh, you know that I love you. So thank you so much for being here. And I was gonna say next week is going to be a huge week. So it's not as intense as this week, but next week is a big week. And then March is just like a really intense week. There's a lot happening again. I talk a lot about like most of the aspects in the monthly forecast I did, but look at your stuff. You're you're good. You're golden. You're golden. I cannot believe this. You're golden. You are okay. So you did get the Nine of Swords. All right. So this is clear as day now. This is clear as day. I do not have to pull any clarifiers. I do not have to pull clarify the Seven of Swords. Clear as day. Someone did something to you, or you did something that you regretted. Okay? This is going to be during this week, all right? The biggest energy that's coming through. This is, we call this the card, the Lord of Despair, right? And astrologically, it is Mars in Gemini. All right. So, and Mars is in Gemini. All right. This week. So the last week Mars is in Gemini actually. And we're moving out of that. And Mars in Gemini Gemini is the communication, the planet, or the sign of communication, right? And Mars is that action just moving forward. So remember a lot of this up here, a lot of communication energy with these swords. It's really big, but this is showing that yes, there is something that there's regret somewhere, all right? There could have been a fight. There could have been an argument. There could have been something that, again, that underhanded, someone doing something sneaky or something behind your back, or it could have been you. Again, it could have been you, but I want you to know something here. And I talk about this all the time. Like, listen, we're all made of energy, okay? We all vibrate at a certain frequency down to the molecular level. That is not even my opinion. That's Einstein, right? That's Einstein, Albert Einstein, who said everything is energy. Nikola Tesla, any physics book, it's a fact, okay? And so we vibrate at a certain frequency, and I want you to vibrate at a higher frequency. This is saying that you may be at a frequency right now where you want that, all right? You want to vibrate a little bit higher. So having this breakthrough moment will be really good for you, all right? Really good for you, because then it helps unleash all of those energies that pull your frequency down, right? And then if you think about emotions, it's not, well, let's trace it back to the Latin, emotere, right? It means energy in motion, okay? And so emotions are actually neutral. It's the action you take toward these emotions that put them in motion. So I want you to put all these more positive energies, all right, toward emotions in terms of raising your frequency. Now, I want you to believe it too. I want you to believe everything that you say or tell yourself or think, okay? You can scroll through your Instagram. You can, hit like on, all those positive affirmations and quotes and sayings that come up. But if you don't feel it, if you don't believe it, then it doesn't really do anything. You have to feel it, all right? And I'm only saying that because you got the Nine of Swords and the first card in your staff, and you got the Seven of Swords. It's the only reason why, okay? This is going to be one of those weeks. I want you to just raise, just do what you need to do to raise those energy levels, right? Just have those moments of goodness. Venus is in Taurus, all right? Venus is in Taurus, so that's a really good placement. And so I want you to, even go out and just treat yourself and just have those moments to just feel good, all right? Feel good, but definitely make some decision, because you have to. You got the Two of Pentacles, all right, and it's your environment, your external factors area. So it just this is just so interesting. You really do have to make. There is something where you will have to make a decision, and it seems like you may be in between it. And then when I say decision, it could also just be like a certain situation that you're in that you may have to just drop something. All right, there's something that may not be serving you well, and could be a little bit of imbalance. Now, we know Libras are the sign of balance, right? Equilibrium. That's where the word actually comes from, is equilibrium. We go trace that back to Latin, break it down. It's equal Libra, all right? That's what equilibrium comes from. Now,
This card has a little bit of imbalance in it. The pentacles are not aligned. He has 1 foot off the ground. You see the waves are not, perfect. So there's going to be something that you just may have to drop, or something that you may have to just let go, right? Especially if you're holding on to a lot, all right? Or even juggling a lot of different things, all right? And this could be, something that's very new to you. It's something maybe that you haven't had to do before, and maybe that's why it is such a heavy moment, why you have all these swords. But you did get the Ace of Wands, which is great because it's showing that, you really do want this new thing you want to emerge from this, and you want this new thing to come into your life. Not only did you get the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords, you also got the Ace of Wands here, all right? Now, it's almost like the biggest thing. If there's anything that you could wish for, if you had a genie in a bottle right now, it's like you want this new thing, you want this new opportunity, this new path, this new journey, this new relationship, just what resonates with you, because aces usher in that new change, that new beginning, right? There's new opportunities. One's all about our passions, right? Also creativity, ideas too, all right? Maybe an idea that you have that you want to just really take to you could be the next, Steve Jobs, right? Or it's the biggest thing right now. You just want this newness, this new fresh energy. And here's your affirmation. You get the Fool. In your final outcome, all right? So I want you to take action. I really do. I really want you to take action this week, especially with Mars and Gemini, which is in your 9th house, and that's higher mind, okay? The 9th house rules higher mind and spirituality and mind expansion. Listen, you got the Fool in your final outcome. There's newness coming through big time. Libra, this is your this is a week where it's a very transformative week for you, for sure, 1000%. And a lot happening up here, all right? But you're going to be back in your element. Listen, once you get through it. Oh, there goes the the truck. There was a fire. I live right next to a firehouse, by the way. So the Fool, and your final outcome, the Fool, you're about to embark on a brand new journey. All right. This is clear as day. Even like through the readings that you've had, like everyone's going through changes this month. March is the biggest month of 2023, the biggest month of changes, especially with all the astrological, like, Saturn moving into Pisces, and then Pluto moving into Aquarius. And then, we have all this major activity in Aries right now. But this is change. This is a new beginning. This is you. Look at him. This is full. It's not even in the number. He's 0, okay? What is 0? 0 is nothing, but what's nothing? Nothing is everything. This is infinite possibilities. Take that leap of faith. This is him standing on the edge of a cliff. No care in the world. He's not even looking down. He has so much confidence, so much faith in himself, so much faith in the universe. He knows he's been taken care of. And you do see the sun, okay? The full abundance of the sun. A lot of protection, a lot of optimism. This is a promising future. Take that leap, okay? If you're on the fence about something, it looks like there's a little bit of imbalance. It looks like you have to have this, breakthrough through a decision or a certain situation. But boom, your final outcome. You're on this brand new path that's coming through. This clear as day with the Ace of Swords in the heart of your spread, the Page of Swords, that newness coming through. Once you drop one of these pentacles, once you bring that balance, oof, everything is just going to, you're going to be in your element. And then with the Fool, and you're fine. And this is a lot of, what I love about this, especially coming up in your spread here, is that we started off with the 7 of Swords in your past, which is a little bit of underhanded sneakiness, mischievous, right? Is that it? Mischievousness. But now your final outcome, a lot of innocence, a lot of joy, a lot of just new freshness, new beginnings. All right. So, and opportunity. Just you're going to embark on a new journey soon. You're embarking on a new journey soon. So Libra, you have a big week. Wow. Next week is also big. Again, there's not as many aspects as this week, but I'm excited for next week, and I want you to be excited for next week. Next week, there are so many great alignments, but Libra, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you'd subscribe, leave comments. Really helps my channel grow, and thank you so much for being here. If you're a subscriber, I love my Libras. I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.